Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently defending this base from enemies. They dropped virtually right on top of it. We know they have a longbow and an Orion over here, and a Mackie and a jerry-rig demolisher and a Banshee. I think that they have a couple more units that we don't see over here. We'll see. There's also an Annihilator over here that we're working on taking down. We're not really in a great position for any of this. For the time being, we're just going to head over here with this Orion, and we're going to look to eliminate this Annihilator very quickly. It is knocked down, and we do expect this to die extremely quickly here. And I think we're just going to use standard ammo. We don't need anything else. This should easily kill the Annihilator. And there we go. Excellent. The Vanguard's out of here.
Farewell.
We're also going to be seeing the Highlander here moving into the escort zone this round, which will turn these turrets online. We've got a heavy quad gun, we've got a medium turret, we've got a standard shredder turret, and they're all well positioned over here for dealing with that. There's also this Star Slayer and the Balrog over here that I actually didn't notice previously, as well as the Drillson. So that's those three units that we were looking for.
What are your orders, Skipper?
The Salamander is going to make its way over this way. We get side arc on the Balrog.
Quick stepping it.
It's not ideal, but it'll have to do. Can we Warlord? No, we can't. And we're going to have to be concerned about heat here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. We'll just burn it kind of like this. We'll do a lot of damage to the Balrog here. On only 56% hit odds, I'm not necessarily expecting a kill, but we'll see what we get. We got a structure exposure there. So the Balrog is really close to dead, but it's not quite dead. Okay. The enemy Orion moves and sensor locks our Salamander. Okay, that's not too scary. The enemy jerry-rig demolisher moves up and actually misses a lot of shots on that building. If it had hit that building with both of those AC-20 shots, I think it could have shot that building down. Actually, that has 800 HP. Never mind. It wasn't going to happen. The enemy Star Slayer backs off a little bit, and that's good for us. That's very good. The Awesome is going to close in over this way. It's running hot right now, and so there's not too much we can do. We're just going to hop over here, and we're going to drop some indirect LRMs into this Balrog. We're hoping that we get them into here and get some good crits and eliminate the Balrog. But the odds on that are low.
Engaging target.
We did get 3 hits in there. No crits, though. Okay. The longbow moves up, and it fires on our Salamander. And misses every missile. Well, that's interesting. It does surround it in fire, which isn't great.
Oh, no.
But the Boar's Head is going to step up over here. Now, that's an artillery piece and not very useful at close range fighting. These guys are kind of... That's a medium reinforced building there. Honestly, I feel like we need to shoot at, like, the Orion over here. Do I have a good backstop? Not really. I think we'll fire this in artillery mode and not fire the LRM for heat purposes.
Here we go.
Okay. Got some armor shred there. But these guys are pretty close to us here. So, that's something to think about. They do have a phase 13 mover, and who's that going to be? We don't know, but it's somebody out here. Oh, okay. So, that guy's got some flamers. What is the heat looking like up there? If I could go up here, we'd find out. Yeah, the Boar's Head is running super hot right now. The Balrog backs off. Okay.
Yeah.
So our Corsair wants to climb this hill, and we'll just turn around and start working on that. Okay. Phase 12, what do they got? The Drillson moves up. Goes through that building. Okay. That building has less HP than the other one, that's for sure. Actually, no, it has 804. Okay, cool.
I'm ready.
So the Bull Shark is in basically the same position as the Atlas, and we don't really have a fantastic target here. We'll fire on the Orion just to strip armor off of it.
Target acquired.
Oh, that was not a good shot, but I guess we hit these guys over here. That'll do. So they have 2 more movers. Our Highlander moves into its zone and fires on the longbow and one-shots it. That was unexpected. And technically, I'm not sure if he's in that zone. He may or may not be. Okay, they're shooting at that building. That's okay for now. Yeah, he's not quite in the zone. He'll get there this round. Sad. The Salamander is not capable of stepping forward here. That's awkward. We have to sprint to move forward. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I don't really like that positioning, though. We'll just stay put here, and we'll fire on this Balrog. We need to be a little concerned about our heat, but which side are we actually attacking here? It isn't saying. We would be attacking the right side, so this side. It's fresh side. Okay. We'll go ahead and light this up. See what we get. The Salamander is a little exposed right now, but with the longbow gone, I'm actually feeling pretty okay. We crit the heavy flamer there.
Critical hit.
And that Balrog will go away fairly
Wait
soon
your
here.
command.
So at this point, our Orion is not in a super helpful location, but where it's at right now, it can actually turn and fire on the Balrog and finish it off. And I think we'll accept that. I'm not going to fire the Gauss because I don't want a stray shot here.
Engaging.
But there we go. Excellent. So there's the Balrog gone. No more heat from that.
I'm losing armor bad.
Oh, you're okay. It was just a laser.
Standing by.
The Bull Shark is going to move up over here. We're going to continue to try to hit that Orion. But we need to get closed in over here.
Engaging target.
Okay. That's a reasonable hit. Some damage there.
Yep.
The Corsair is going to make its way up over here. We do have access from there to the Drillson, and this is kind of ideal range. Emphasis on the kind of. We'll hit the Drillson here as hard as we can, and we'll probably go ahead and Warlord this, boost those odds a little bit. We could take down the Drillson with this salvo, and that would be amazing. Let's see if it happens.
I'm taking the shot.
Sadly, we did hit the building a couple times, but I don't think that that's actually a structure that we have to defend. No, it's not. So that's good.
Yes.
Our Battle Master will turn around and make its way in over this way. We don't get any LOS, and that's okay. The Battle Master can take a turn for its ACs to recoil. That'll be fine.
Hey.
Next up is going to be our Madcap Mark II. It's pretty out of position to do anything, so we're going to sprint forward. Okay, let's see what they do. The Orion steps into the fire. It has lost about a third of its armor. It shoots at the Boar's Head. Doesn't get very much done. I like it.
Right here.
So our Boar's Head is going to move up like over here. We're probably just going to brace to sink that heat. Too many flamers. So we'll just do that. That'll be okay. What else do we have going on here? That Star Slayer moves up. That's bold. Shoots at the Boar's Head, gets some decent damage done, but we are braced, so that's fine.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Indeed. What else are they going to move? The Jerry-Rig Demolisher. That guy's a bit spooky. He goes for our friend the Highlander, misses everything. I like it. Our friend the Highlander is going to turn on the turrets this round, which is good.
Yes, Commander.
Our Awesome can step a little bit forward over here and fire on that Star Slayer. We'll accept that. Hit odds are actually reasonable, so we'll just go ahead and take this. Do we Warlord? No, it's on cooldown anyway.
Copy that.
We got some internal damage there. Structure exposure. Good damage, actually.
That's gonna hurt.
That Star Slayer doesn't have much left. Okay, the Drillson moves over. Doesn't attack anything. There's our turrets coming online. Excellent. And now the Highlander is going to go... I would have shot at the Star Slayer if I was him, but sure. Banshee gonna fire on that building. Does a little damage to it. Looks good for now. What else do they have? Okay, they're continuing to attack this building here. It's doing okay. It's got a lot of HP. Our turrets are firing on that Demolisher. They're getting some damage out. Not a lot, but a little bit of armor there. Ooh, that's an AC-10 ammo explosion, and that Orion is gone. That's nice. These guys firing on the Drillson, but missing. Okay. Well, the turret's actually doing a little bit of work there. I like it. The Magcat Mark II is... I would like to get it in position to attack the Drillson. So we'll position it here. And I want that Drillson gone. We'll go ahead and Warlord it. And let's get this thing out of here. I don't care about this overheat.
Copy that.
Excellent. The Drillson is dead.
Hostile removed.
And next up,
What do you need?
our Corsair is able to fire on the Star Slayer, but I would prefer that it fire on something else. Unfortunately, it doesn't get LOS over from this angle. We're going to sprint forward, fire on the Star Slayer. We may well take it down here. We'll see. In fact, there's a pretty good chance of it.
Attacking from position.
That spread out pretty widely over the armor, but that Star Slayer has basically no armor left. Excellent. So next up is going to be our Salamander, still wanting to sprint forward, and we'll do exactly that. This is in the fire, and I'm aware of that, but I want to fire on this jerry-rig Demolisher, and we're going to... Yeah, this is good. We're going to strip a lot of armor off of him. That's actually heavy rifles, not AC-20s. That's good. As part of the jerry-rigged, I suppose. Structure exposure, and it's just gone.
Target down. My LRMs are out.
We're getting some lucky kills here. Granted, we would kill them anyway, but it probably would have taken longer. We're going to move up with our Orion, and we're going to fire on the Star Slayer. I think there's no point in firing the LRM-20. Not at this range. But we're going to fire the Gauss Rifle and the ER Mediums. Excellent. That Star Slayer is super close to dead. We would have killed it if we had fired the LRMs, but I didn't want to use the ammo. The Bull Shark is going to move up over here, and what do they have left out there? They've got a Banshee and a Mackie, and both of them are fairly close together. What's the hit odds on the Mackie? 26.4? Mackie it is. Okay. This is a Star Slayer. I want the Mackie here. Excellent.
Acknowledge.
Let's get some armor strip. Oh, and I want to point out that recently, the most recent change to RogueTech made it so that you can no longer get crits out of AoE damage. If an artillery piece hits directly, then that's not AoE damage, and you can still get crits, but indirect hits from artillery can no longer crit. I'm okay with this. We don't really crit fish with our artillery. We're mostly looking to armor strip with it, so that's fine. No big deal there. I'm not going to fire the improved heavy laser here for heat purposes, but the Star Slayer is dead. There we go.
Enemy down.
Fantastic. 2 enemies remain.
Waiting for orders.
So the Battlemaster is going to sprint forward over here. It doesn't get LOS, but that's okay. And the Atlas is still running a little hot from those flamers, but we're just going to move up and fire probably on the Mackie. 30% and 50% versus 37 and 63. Yeah, I mean, we're still running pretty hot. I think we're going to fire just the Arrow 4 for right now.
Engaging.
I'm not super happy about it. That's a knockdown on the Mackie anyway. And the Mackie's virtually lost half of its armor, so that's neat. The Banshee is going to back up a little bit and turn its back to us. Interesting choice. No damage coming in from our friend the Highlander. And I think that we can't really expect much from turrets. I don't think they have any indirect weapons, so this is going to be not very much from turrets, probably. But we'll see what they do. Rear attack on the Banshee. I like it. Cool. But overall, not a lot. As expected.
Standing by.
The Battlemaster is going to move up. We are looking for a direct LOS rear arc, and here is one on that Banshee. Beautiful.
Speed.
So we're going to move into that, and we're going to fire this. We are going to Warlord. I'm not necessarily expecting a kill out of this, but it could happen.
That's right. I'm on your tail.
Structure exposure there. Very nice. No crits, though.
Need something, Chief?
The Madcat Mark II is going to sprint up and sink its heat. It's got a lot of heat right now. It does run fairly hot.
Commander?
The Awesome is going to close in over... It can't come this way, but it's... I think we're going to move the Orion first.
They will be done.
So we're going to sprint in with the Orion here. Now, we don't get direct LOS on this Banshee, but we don't need it. This is still rear arc, and we'll boost our hit odds a bit with Warlord, and we'll just fish inside of that CT a bit for maybe a kill shot.
Peekaboo.
Let's see what we got. That was solid.
Take that.
Okay. No kill crit there, but
Awaiting
it'll
orders.
work. So the Awesome at this point is going to sprint over here and sink its heat. Actually, it's not going to sink its heat just yet. It's going to fire its LRMs into the Banshee as well. There isn't much left in there, but we'll see what we
Target
get.
lock on enemy's rear.
No internal hits there, but that is a knockdown, which could do internal damage. But it didn't. Okay, that's fine.
Ready for
So we
orders.
can no longer fish for crits inside of that
Acknowledged.
torso. That's okay. Which of these do we want to go for? Probably the Banshee. This front armor is reasonably strong.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
We did get a armor breakthrough there. Where did we get that armor breakthrough? That was in the leg. That's fairly to be expected, I suppose. Ooh, words are apparently suddenly difficult. There we go. Excellent. The Salamander is going to step forward and sink its heat. The Mackie is just going to run around in this little culvert. That's okay.
Yeah.
The Corsair is going to move up over here. This gives us access to the Banshee. I like it. And we're going to... What's in this torso? AC-5 ammo. We could go for the AC-5 ammo, I suppose. Do it.
Solid.
Almost all armor damage there. Not ideal, but it'll do.
Scored a critical hit.
He is panicked now. And let's see what our friend the Highlander decides to do. A whole lot of nothing. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Boar's Head is going to step forward, and I think artillery is at this point going to start going for the Mackie. So that'll be fine. We will go ahead and do this. That Mackie doesn't have a lot of armor left. And now its internal structure has been exposed. No crits there, sadly, but that's okay. Of course, the crits we weren't expecting from the artillery unless it's a direct hit, but the crits can still come in from the LRMs. The Banshee gets up, fires at the building. In fact, misses. Okay. Sounds good to me. We'll see if our turrets do anything of note. Shooting at the Banshee. And it did get a hit there, sensor impairment. I like it.
Orders.
Okay, our Battlemaster is going to step forward somewhere over, like, here? Yeah, I like it.
Location confirmed.
That'll do. We're going to fire on that Banshee, and with any luck, we could get a kill here.
Roger that.
Yep, there we go. Engine destruction. Excellent.
Enemy down.
Reinforcements are going to be in 3 rounds, but we're not going to take that long, I don't think.
Receiving
The
you.
Madcat Mark II is going to sprint out over this direction. We'd like to get eyes on that Mackie, but it's not going to happen. Our artillery is going to be responsible for dealing with the Mackie.
Affirmative.
But we've got this base defense solidly under control.
Standing by.
Okay, the Awesome is not really in a great position here. We'll move up and lob a couple LRMs, but we're not expecting very much.
Target confirmed.
That said, it is CT that's exposed on the Mackie, so... Its armor is also virtually gone. Let's see what it does. Okay, basically nothing.
Waiting for orders.
The bull shark is going to stay put exactly where it's at, and we're going to fire on the Mackie. We are hitting its side arc here. Decent amount of internal damage, but we're not expecting crits from that because it did not impact the Mackie directly. But we did get crits from the LRM. We just don't know what those crits were. The Corsair can just move up and sink his feet. Excellent. The Highlander gonna lob some LRMs probably. Actually, no, it's not at all. Our Boar's Head can also lob some artillery and LRMs. This could easily kill the Mackie at this point.
Targeting 4 and Alpha Strike.
Not amazing hits there, but there's some crit fishing, and that is a dead Mackie. So that is this completed. Excellent.
Mission successful.
Pretty good salvage availability here. We could just go for C-bills with things like the Seth and the 2 Nidhogs, or we could go for assault chassis. I mean, there's that Annihilator. I kind of feel like the Mauler is filling that role right now, but having an extra 10 tons for that might not be awful. I mean, we just got the Mauler set up with the heavy Gauss, and it's not even done setting that up yet. So there is that. We're not doing too awfully on funds. We may just want to grab the Annihilator parts. There's only the one Annihilator part anyway. Yeah, I'm not interested in a Mackie part. I can tell you that right now. One-shot Arrow 4. Couple of Clan Gauss isn't awful, but we do have 2. One thing that we don't have right now is internal structure. Not the generic structure. We don't need that. I'm talking the ferrofibrous, not ferrofibrous armor, the endosteel structure. We don't actually have any of those. But that's not available right now for salvage, so that's okay. MRM-10s aren't worth taking. These engine cores aren't great. Clan double heatsink, but that's only 1. Supercharger, Warfare Suite. Some Gauss ammo. I mean, yeah, overall it's not great. There's some Apollo MRM ammo. That wouldn't be awful. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the Seth part. I want to double check. Okay, so Nidhogg is worth roughly 1.8 mil. And the Seth part is worth more. So we'll take that. Excellent. That does get us a Seth if we wanted to field one. We kind of don't. We got a bunch of parts there. That's great. And a couple of MML9s. I'm not a fan of MML. We do have that heavy Pharaoh, and the half-ton of Gauss ammo isn't awful. So we'll take that as well. Not great on the salvage front in terms of weaponry, but overall, I'm reasonably content with that. That's pretty decent. We didn't take very much damage either, so I'm not expecting this to be very extensive in terms of how long this takes to repair. We took no internal damage. I don't think we got any crits, so no problem whatsoever there. The real question is, how much armor damage did we take? And my guess is a low amount, like maybe 80,000 C-bills worth, 80 to 100, somewhere in there. It is, however, about time to put a cut in here, so once we know what we're going to get from Yang, we will go ahead and do that. And next episode, I'm looking forward to trying out that new Mauler build. Hopefully, that will be amazing. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and 40,000. That's half of what I expected. I like it. That is great. Let's go ahead and get that Mauler to the top there, but that's only going to be 11 days, so that will be fine. And we'll see you all next time.